Hi everyone, welcome to Code Ninja. We are about to dive into the exciting world of VR development, especially for the MetaQuest 3. I'm here to guide you through it all. We will be using Unity 3D, a cool tool that helps us create awesome VR stuff. Whether you are a pro or just starting out, this playlist is for you. I will show you everything from the basic to some fancy tricks, all using Unity 3D for the MetaQuest 3. We will cover how to set things up, create cool VR experiences, and make sure they work smoothly on the MetaQuest 3. Expect tutorials, coding tips, and more to help you make your own virtual worlds. I am here to provide practical guidance, coding assistance, and design insights to ensure your VR projects not only function seamlessly but also leave a lasting impression on anyone who experiences them.
Hello everyone, and today video we will be creating Unity VR project. For that purpose, let's open the Unity Hub and you will see that here are a lot of templates. Click on the 3D URP template, set the location where you want to store it. After that, give name to your project and disable the toggle button. Click on the create project button. The project creation will be started now. Wait for it to create the project. After successfully creating the project, first remove the readme file. After that, set your favorite layout. In my case, it's 2x3. Select the setting folder and delete the extra files because we have no need of it and remain the one which name URP balanced. Now click on the URP balanced and disable the HDR. Click on the URP balance renderer and remove the screen space ambient occlusion script. Go to build setting and switch your platform to Android. Texture compression to ASTC and enable development build. Change your company name. Go to other settings and other settings disable the auto graphics API. Remove the Vulkan from the list. Also set your package name. Select minimum API level. Scripting backend to IL2 and target architecture to ARM64. Also change the install location from prefer external to automatic. When this setup done, just come to graphics and select your renderer pipeline asset. Also in quality settings, remove all of the other quality settings. Also set vsync count to don't sync. Go to package manager, select Unity registry and search for XR. Install XR plugin management. Install XR interaction toolkit. After that, the project will be restarted because they also installed new input system. Go to package manager, select XR interaction toolkit, expand it and import the starter assets. After that, install the OpenXR plugin. Go to Project Settings and select XR Plugin Management and select your target device. Enable the OpenXR toggle. Click on the OpenXR and add Oculus Touch controller profile. Also enable the MetaQuest support toggle. After that, select Project Validation and click on the Fix All to fix all issues automatically. When all these things done, remove the extra object from the hierarchy and create demo scene with planes and cubes. Then right click and select XR and click on the XR origin. Reset the transform of the XR origin. Change the tracking origin mode to floor. Also set up the left and right controller. Go to build setting and connect your MetaQuest 3 to the device with USB cable. Wear your VR and click on the allow. Then come to Unity and refresh it and select your device. After that, click on the build and run button. When the build creating is completed, then open your VR and test it. Create the XR origin. Reset the transform. Set the tracking origin mode to floor. Set up left and right hand controllers. Before diving into controller setup, understand that anything to be grabbed is interactable and the devices used to grab objects are interactors. Now create a cube as an interactable object. Set its position. Attach the XR grab interactable component. Create a layer mask for interaction between controller and the object. Set up the layer mask. Now duplicate the interactable cubes and position it in the environment as you want. Set up XR origin and controllers. Select the XR origin and set up the view. For the left hand controller, search for XR default left controller in the starter assets and attach it. Do the same for the right hand controller. Now let's create custom controllers. Select the left hand controller, drag XR controller left and create a child. Reset the position to 0. Repeat the same process for the right hand controller. Now let's start to set the configuration for the interaction. Select both controllers and change the layer mask to grab. Disable the force grab toggle. Adjust haptic event values if you want vibration and cube selection. Set up XR interactor line visuals. Configure valid and invalid colors. Valid color indicates interactions. Invalid color indicates no interactions. Let's set up the transform of the controllers. Select both controllers and set the position with respect to the camera for better visibility. Go to build setting, connect your device and VR, click on allow, then refresh, select your Meta Quest 3 and click on the build and run button. Once the build is successful, wear your VR headset and start playing with the grabbing system. Hello everyone, welcome to Code Ninja. In this video, we will learn how to grab objects in VR and play with them using controller. Let's start by creating the grabbing system. Set up your environment and design it. Create the XR origin. Reset the transform. Set the tracking origin mode to float. Set up left and right hand controllers. Before diving into controller setup, understand that anything to be grabbed is interactable and the devices used to grab objects are interactors. Now create a cube as an interactable object. Set its position. attach the XR graph interactable component. Create a layer mask for interaction between controller and the object. Set up the layer mask. Now duplicate the interactable cubes and position it in the environment as you want. Set up XR origin and controllers. Select the XR origin and set up the view. For the left hand controller, search for XR default left controller in the starter assets and attach it. Do the same for the right hand controller. Now let's create custom controllers. Select the left hand controller, drag XR controller left and create a child. Reset the position to 0. Repeat the same process for the right hand controller. Now let's start to set the configuration for the interaction. Select both controllers and change the layer mask to grab. Disable the force grab toggle. Adjust haptic event values if you want vibration and cube selection. Set up XR interactor line visuals. Configure valid and invalid colors. Valid color indicates interactions. Invalid color indicates no interactions. Let's set up the transform of the controllers. Select both controllers and set the position with respect to the camera for better visibility. Go to build setting, connect your device and VR, click on allow, then refresh, select your Meta Quest 3 and click on the build and run button. Once the build is successful, wear your VR headset and start playing with the grabbing system. Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of our grabbing system. In this video, we will be explore how to interact with objects in a way that feel truly immersive. In the previous video, we created a bunch of cubes and attached the XR grab interactable script and set the interaction layer mask to grab. Now let's dive into the setting of the XR origin. Select it and attach the left and right hand controllers by dragging the controller prefab onto them, making them child objects. For the left hand controller, configure the XR controller. Set the interaction layer to grab, disable force grab toggle and activate the haptic event. If you encounter any issue or find these instructions confusing, I recommend checking out our previous video for a clear understanding. Now onto the right hand controller, configure the XR controller. For a realistic grabbing experience, remove the XR interactor line visual, line renderer and XR ray interactor. Add the XR direct controller, set the interaction layer mask to grab and activate the haptic event on selection if desired. Introduce a capsule collider, set it as a trigger and adjust the radius and height. Also configure the view to show the visuals in the camera. Once these steps are completed, reposition some cubes near the player for the easy interactions. Go to build setting, connect your device via USB cable, wear your Oculus 3 headset, click on the allow button, refresh it and select the target device. Hit the build and run button. Once the build is successfully created, put on your Oculus 3 headset and start interacting with the cubes for an immersive experience.
Hello everyone. In this video, we will be exploring locomotion and virtual reality. We will focus on continuous movement using the right hand joystick and rotation using the left hand joystick. Stay tuned to learn the basics of navigation in VR. In the previous video, we worked on grabbing. So, all the necessary configurations are already set up, including the left hand controller and right hand controller. Let's begin by selecting the XR origin, add the locomotion script, drag the XR origin into the empty field. Next, add another script of continuous movement. Drag the locomotion and adjust the speed as need. Since the movement will be controlled by the right hand joystick, so disable the left hand move action toggle. Now add another component for continuous rotation, that is continuous turn provider action base. Drag the locomotion in the empty field. In this case, the rotation will be controlled by the left hand joystick. Go to build setting, connect your device via USB cable, click allow in the VR, refresh it, select the target device and hit the build and run button. Once the build is successfully created, put on your Oculus 3 headset and start experiencing the locomotion system you have just set up.
If you encounter any issue or find these instructions confusing, I recommend checking out our previous video for a clear understanding. Hello everyone. In this video, we will be exploring teleportation in VR. So let's create the XR origin, reset the transform, set the tracking origin mode to floor, attach the left and right hand controllers by dragging the controller prefab onto them, making them child objects. For the left hand controller, configure the XR controller, and same as for the right hand controller, configure the XR controller. Now right click and create the Locomotion system action base. Drag the XR origin to Locomotion script. Configure the snap turn provider. Drag the Locomotion to the empty field. So in this case, disable the right hand snap turn action toggle. Reset the transform. Now right click and create teleportation area. Set the position and disable the mesh renderer for the time being. Also create a new layer for teleportation. Change the layer mask to teleport. Now also configure the layer mask of the right hand and left hand controllers. In this case, the snap turn will be done on left hand controller joystick and teleportation will be on right hand controller grab button. Change line type to projectile curve. Adjust the haptic events. Go to build setting, connect your device via USB cable, click allow in the VR, refresh it, select the target device and hit the build and run button. Once the build is successfully created, put on your Oculus 3 headset and start experiencing the teleportation system you have just set up. Hello everyone, in this video we will be exploring teleportation anchor, teleportation area, reticle and much more. So let's drop the teleport area to the scene and adjust the position and scale properties as you want. Now drag the interaction manager to the empty field in the teleportation area and select the interaction layer mask to teleport. Also, in the teleportation area, drag the teleportation provider to the empty field. Now, let's create the teleportation anchor. Go to Project Files and drag the teleport anchor to the scene. Adjust the position and drag the interaction manager to the empty field and teleportation anchor and select the interaction layer mask to teleport. Now it's time to add the reticle. So in the project files there are two types of reticle: the blocking teleport reticle and directional teleport reticle. In this video we will be using the blocking teleport reticle. So select the teleport area game object and assign the blocking teleport reticle to the custom reticle, and same as for the teleport anchor. Now it's done. Let's create duplicate of the teleport anchor and position it as you want. Go to build setting, connect your device via USB cable, wear your Oculus 3 headset, click allow in the VR, refresh it, select the target device and hit the build and run button. Once the build is successfully created, put on your Oculus 3 headset and start experiencing the setup you have done.
Hello everyone, and today video we will be working on sockets in Unity VR using the MetaQuest 3. So let's start by understanding what a socket is. A socket is like a connection point where different VR components can link up. Now let's dive into the project. Create a cube, name it wall, and reset the transform. Adjust the scale and position manually. Next, create XR origin, reset the transform and set the tracking origin mode to floor. Drag and drop the assets in Unity. The link will be in the description. Here we have a hook and a head. Select the wall, make the hook its child and set the transform. Now drag the head onto the hook, adjust the position and rotation. This is the position and rotation where our cape will be hooked up. Create an empty game object, name it hook1 and copy the transform from the head, paste it onto the hook1. Then delete the head. Select the hook1, attach the XR socket interactor, set the layer mask to socket. If you don't have the socket layer, click on the add layer button and add the layer, set the layer mask to socket. Now add the box collider and enable S trigger and set size 0.2 and XYZ. Duplicate the hook one as many times as you want and set the positions.
Now drag the cab to the hierarchy, attach the XR grab interactable, and set interaction layer mask to socket. Add box collider. Now duplicate the head as you want.
Now, let's configure XR origin. Set the left hand controller and the right hand controllers. Select both and remove the sorting group, XR interactor, line renderer, and XR ray interactor. Now, add direct grab interactor. Set the interaction layer mask to socket and configure haptic events. Add a sphere collider. Set S trigger to true and adjust the radius to 0.1. Everything is set up. Save your project. Go to build settings. Connect your device via USB cable. Wear your Oculus 3 headset. Click allow in the VR. Refresh it. Select the target device and hit the build and run button. Once the build is successfully created, put on your Oculus 3 headset and start experiencing the setup you have done.
Hello everyone, in today's video we will be working on hand animations and Unity using MetaQuest 3. So, first of all, let's create the XR origin and reset the transform and set the tracking origin mode to floor. Now, select XR origin and configure the left hand controller and also configure the right hand controller. Now select both controllers and remove the sorting group, XR interactor, line renderer and XR ray interactor. Now add XR direct interactor and drag the XR interaction manager to the empty field. After that, add sphere collider and set is trigger true and set the radius 0.1. After this, import the Oculus Hand Unity package to Unity and click on Import button. The package link will be in the description. Now let's come to materials and edit the material color as you want. Now select the left controller and drag the left hand model to it. And also same as for the right hand controller. Let's open the animator window and let's see which values we will change to animate the hands. Here we have two parameters, graph and trigger. When these values change, the animation will be changed respectively. Now let's dive to create a script for the hand animations. Select any of the prefab and create script with the name of animation controller. With the script created, let's make some keys first to handle the animations. The first key will be grip key and set its values. This value will be same as the animator because it's case sensitive. The second key will be trigger key and set its value to trigger. Now create object of input action property. The name will be trigger action. Whenever the trigger button is pressed on the controller, this event will be called. Make another object of input action property for the grip. Name will be grip action. Also create an animator to set values to it. Now in start method, get the animator component and assign it to the animator object. Let's come to update method. Create upload trigger value. Whenever the trigger is pressed on controller, the amount of value will become in the variable. Now create another variable for grip value. Whenever grip is pressed on controller, the amount of value will become in this variable. After this, set these values to the corresponding animations, like when the grip pressed, the hand will be animate to the grip animations, and when trigger pressed, the hand will be animate accordingly. Now the script is completed. Let's come to Unity Inspector and set the input actions. Select the left hand model and enable the use reference toggle, and click on the radio button to select the respected action from the list. In this case, for the trigger, the activate value is used. Click on the radio button to select the action for grip. So for the grip, we will be selecting the select value action. So all thing done, let's come to the right controller and repeat the same steps for the right hand controller. Set the trigger action, also set the grip actions. Now everything done, let's go to build setting, connect your MetaQuest 3 via USB cable, click allow in the VR, come to Unity and click on the refresh button and select your target device.
Hit the build and run button.
Once the build is created successfully, wear your MetaQuest 3 and experience the hand animation you just have made.